everyone, my dear beautiful ladies. We are here again today. Today is Wednesday. As usual, this is our program, and I thank you so much for watching my program, and do not forget to share to your friends as well. All right, today's program is the virtuous woman. As a virtuous woman, I should say my name is Ariel Shodato, and you see, a virtuous woman is not a woman who is holy, who is God-fearing and all that, okay? A virtuous woman is a component of a woman who has gone through a lot. It's a component of a woman who is living in pain, but still in the morning she smiles to the world. A virtuous woman is a woman who is silent upon the fact that she's going through hell. A virtuous woman is a woman who within herself, she believes that God one day will change the situation in which she's into presently, currently or presently. A virtuous woman, she does not brag about what she has. A virtuous woman acts and the world sees it by itself. A virtuous woman, she's not God-fearing, but she has faith in God. Everything she does, she pours God into it. That is a virtuous woman. And I should say, a virtuous woman does not say she's perfect, because a virtuous woman has a story to tell. She doesn't say the story right away when she's going through the situation. It could be after some months, it could be after some years that she's now going to share her story out. And finally, a virtuous woman walks with wisdom. If you don't have wisdom, don't call yourself a virtuous woman. I'm sorry. All right, so I have chosen the title of virtuous woman for today episode or chronicle, because we are at Vion's Chronicles. And I want to say that we married, my ex-husband, we married, and not even 1 week, like I said, my mom left and we were alone in the house. That very day he came to stay with me in my apartment. He didn't sleep in the house. He did not sleep in the house. He came back home around 3 a.m. and asking questions. He told me why am I asking him that question, and he's free to do whatever he wants to do. So okay, the following day I have to go to work, so I left him in the house, and I have to close early to come and cook for him. When I came home, I noticed the whole apartment was smelling cigarette, but not only cigarette, but it was on the table. I could see some leftovers of meat he prepared it himself. He was actually high. He finished a whole bottle of John Walker plus 1 full bottle of Coke, and he started shouting at me like, yeah, he need more than that is finished, so I should go and buy him more of the Coke and the John Walker at the filling station. And I was like, why? You see, I did, it was to my surprise. I never knew he was an addict, actually. Playback of some of the action I used to encounter with him when we were dating, that he'll be like, within 5 minutes, he'll be like, give me 1 minute, I'm coming. Maybe he'll go to the washroom, or he'll be like, I'm going to buy something. Not knowing he wanted to have a little time to go and smoke and come back, which I didn't know. So I realized that I had an addict in my house, and he was violent. One of those evenings when I came home, he was so drunk that his eyes were all red. I came from work, he was in the house, and I quite can't remember exactly the argument. I think the girl, that same girl, called his phone, and right before he was like, I miss you too, that kind of thing. I was like, hello, You have to give me respect, you know. Don't do that kind of nonsense. Like, for practice, like, I'm your wife, not even 1 month, just 3 days we've married, and that's how you're already behaving towards me, you know. And this guy got upset. I have no right to control him. I have no right to give him orders. Then he took the glass and threw it on the wall, and it broke. Thank God I swerved, so he didn't touch my face. So from that day, I realized that, yeah, this guy can be violent. I have to be careful. So yeah, don't say I'm stupid or I'm foolish. Like, that's a situation where I'm alone with somebody who is violent and everything. I just have to play the fool. So I say I'm sorry, and everything went quietly. Aside that, it was hell. He was not even touching me. He was not touching me. It was always, when I come back home, everything is so cold. He's in his corner, I'm in my corner. And let me tell you, my parents were so eager, you know, wanting to know how is the honeymoon going. And which honeymoon? Nothing. So they were calling me, asking me, how are you? How is it going? I know marriage is not a simple thing, but, you know, giving me advices and all that. But the issue is that when they were calling, asking me questions, I was always covering up. I was always pretending, because within myself, I was like, this relationship is too early to start complaining. My ladies, if you're in a relationship, I mean, marriage, for the first year, honestly, don't turn to a human being, turn to God. You might have some difficulties, but don't turn to human being, turn to God. Ask advices from God. And do not start complaining about your marital issue all over the place. Honestly, people will laugh at you, because that marriage is too early, it's too fresh. I endured that relationship for 1 year. I mean, that marriage for 1 year, 1 full year. I gave full focus to the marriage for 1 full year. Honestly, 1 full year, I focused on it. I was praying, I was going to churches, I was just, and before, he had already planned. So I think within the 1 week after our marriage, he came home like Thursday around 4 a.m. And that one, I was calling and calling and calling, so he was not even picking. So when he came home, he was like, why am I calling? I'm disturbing him. I'm disturbing his, can't he have his peace of mind? And blah, blah. And I was like, hello, I'm your wife. It's normal if I check and I want to know. And I mean, you are doing that. I'm living into a neighboring place. People are there. People are watching. So you and I getting married so early. I mean, so early, you are coming home late. People will be wondering, like, they just got married and this guy is already sleeping outside. You give me no respect. My dear ladies, if a man does not respect you, pack out. He will never change. So that is the evening, he comes and he's like, yeah, he has something to tell me. He will be traveling on Saturday to the US. I was like, hello, it's been 1 week. Basically, we got married, and you already tell me that you are going. He said that his father called him to come and do something for him in the US. He needs to help his father in their shop. I say, okay. Then Friday morning, he's like, give me the marriage certificate so I can use it to make papers so you can come over for vacation. I was like, okay. If you remember the previous episode, I told you that he asked me that the following day of the wedding, he asked me, and I told him the pastor said I shouldn't give him the certificate. So he got his way and got the certificate, not knowing he was going to use the marriage certificate to do his own papers as a green card citizen. So things will be easy for him over there. I didn't know. I was so naive, thinking that it's love, he cared for me, he wants to do the papers so we can all go for vacation or whatsoever it is. So I gave him the marriage certificate. Then Saturday was the day he was going. Saturday, we were there. But like I said earlier on, I always had the feeling that this guy was cheating on me. So he went to bath. Luckily for me, he left his phone on the bed. Then he got a message on the phone. Yeah, it's true, it's not the best to look at a man's phone. Honestly, don't do that. But if to the extreme you can do it, go ahead. So I checked the text message. Hello, I feel so bad that you are leaving right now to the US after the 1 week we spent together and blah blah blah. I was like, what's going on? Then I went to the previous messages. So the previous messages were showing clearly like The day before my wedding, he booked a room for 1 week to a certain girl who was coming from a certain far place, and the girl was there waiting for him. So all those times he was coming home at 4 a.m, he was with that girl. Honestly, my dear ladies, when I didn't confront him, I let him go. He flew to the US. I was here, and I find my way to call the girl, and I told her, do you know who is talking on the phone? She was like, no. I said, this is this guy's wife. Funny enough, she didn't know that he was married. So she started begging me and all that. I said, don't worry, I need more details. In fact, I need to see you. My dear ladies, if your man is cheating on you with somebody who is less than who you are, sometimes they say men are dog. Okay, that means that your man, there is something wrong with him. I have met that girl. She's the most, may the Lord forgive me. I was petrified. I was horrified. I was like, wow, somebody is giving you good food, but you prefer to go and eat in a dustbin. You see, when something like that happens, you'll be like, should I really consider this guy again as my husband? Does he deserve my respect? No, he doesn't. I was so shocked. That girl, oh Jesus. If you hear what she was saying, after all, he's not the only man I'm sleeping with. If he's expecting me to cook for him and all that, I was not cooking for him. We were buying food outside. Yes, I told him I'm not the material wife. And I was just saying in my mind, may the Lord forgive you, because the time you'll be looking for a husband is only God. But that girl was so dirty, and this man was maltreating me because of that girl. He was showing me hell in the house. When he comes back home, he was showing me hell. Oh, God forgive me. I went home. I wept and wept and wept. I was just wondering. So the following day, he called me because the girl called him straight. Hey, why did you call that girl? Who are you? Who gave you the? How did you get to? I was just quiet. I said, I'm sorry. That's what I was saying. Then he went on Facebook. I have my friend who posted our wedding pictures on Facebook. Come and see. Don't tell your friend to remove the wedding pictures on Facebook. I don't want to see the wedding pictures on Facebook. See, my dear, if a man is fighting for you to remove your picture, or both of you, your pictures on social media, or this guy is not he's not having the pride to introduce you to his friends, to put you on social media and that kind of thing, this guy is hiding something. I am telling you. And eventually this my man was hiding me and hiding so many other things. I don't think I was the only one he was sleeping with. Though he married me, but he married me for papers. He didn't marry me for love. So I want to ask you, will you divorce if you get to know that your husband is cheating on you? My dear, the answer is no. There's no need to divorce if he's cheating on you. No. There's more serious issue that will push you to divorce. That one, he cheating on you. He's cheating on you even before you married. Yeah, so that one, please, there's no need. When you have a challenge in your marriage, keep it to yourself to a certain extent. Because all the people you are telling your problem to, I swear, they don't give a fuck about your issue. I am telling you, they don't give a fuck about your issue. Some of them are even happy. Some of them are even jubilating. And your enemy will come very close to you to have more info about how your marriage is falling apart. I am telling you. So my dear, you have problem in your marriage, fight to make it work. Come closer to God for God to show you a way out in that marriage. But do not confine to a human being. You feel it. You see, the funniest part in life is when you marry, you see millions of people celebrating. In fact, they are chopping and chewing your chicken, your jollof, your everything. They are just eating, dancing. The second reality on the ground is, God forbid, but when you are divorcing, it's only you alone. All those people who are jubilating with you, you will not see them. Marriage, you see 1,000 people. Divorce, you are alone. Nobody. You are alone. Nobody. So, a second thing, if your marriage is in tribulation and your partner is asking you for space, don't give space. That is the time that you people should join hands together and make sure that marriage should work. Because as soon as there is space in the marriage, that's where the devil, let me tell you, when you are married, the devil is just roaming around you. As soon as there's a leakage or there's a little way out between both of you, the devil will enter. That's why you hear, oh, I gave him space, and then after 1 or 2 months, no, he came back to tell me that he's dating already somebody, or he has fallen in love with somebody. Do not give space. At that moment, when the iron is hot, that is where you can use and work it out. When you leave it, space, which space come? Which space? There's no space. That is where you must make sure the relationship or the marriage is working again. Unless both of you don't want it anymore. Relationship or marriage, somebody can give me space, is a lie. As long as you give space, there is no way out again to come back together. So, my dear ladies, please, holding on to something that was never there, that's where the person will come and tell you, give me space. Holding on to something that was never there, that means the relationship is not there. There's no way how to make it work. So let it be. Just leave it and let it go. In fact, when the person comes and asks you for give me space, let it go. That is if you yourself, you don't want the relationship to work out. The last I will talk about is marriage is about God. We are nothing without God. Marriage is about God. If both partners are matured enough, are using faith and wisdom, that marriage will work. Faith and wisdom, that marriage will work. Why? Because somebody will come and tell you your wife is cheating on you. She's your wife. Thank you and let it go. If you truly have faith in your wife, you don't need to listen to people from outside who will come and tell you that your wife is cheating on you. If you know at 8 p.m. my wife was with me, she was nowhere. 5 p.m. I went to pick my wife from work, or she called me and said she's at her mother's place, I should come and pick her, and someone else from outside come and say your wife is cheating on you, thank you, go your way. But I know I have faith in my wife. You see, marriage shouldn't just be a physical something. It has to be spiritual. As far as you see your wife as a spiritual being that has been created by God, and you too, your wife sees you the same, your marriage will work. Because at that time, you people have a good communication and you have a spiritual connection that nobody can come and break it. But if you, both of you, one has faith in God and the other one does not have faith in God, surely things will break down between both of you. So, my ladies, today, yes, I have spoken, but I think we had good clarity about a certain part of marriage. You know, I'm not the only person who went through such situation. Some people went worse, and all I want to say is we are going to talk more next Wednesday as well. I thank you for your time, and do not forget, be strong and carry your Bible with you. No matter how the thunder is strong, keep your Bible with you, but don't go to a friend to confine about your marriage issue. You are going to break your leg, honestly. So, my dear ladies, I thank you so much. Have a good evening, and do not forget to share Vion Chronicles to your friends, and do not forget to mention to them to subscribe. Yes, subscribe. Saturday, we are ready for Saturday. Saturday, we are ready. Ready. Bye. Have a nice evening, girls.